Hey people, welcome back to GrownKid. I'm Gael.
I'm Kayla.
And we're back with the overshared submissions because there's been a lot. There's been a lot of submissions since the last time we did one, so they've been piling up. Um, and I'm very excited to read some of these, although I'm a little scared because we just took a little glance. And like, why are half of like more than half just like some insane sex story?
You know, I'm like, wow, you guys are really getting to it.
Yeah,
I really love that for you guys,
yeah.
though.
We have a horny little audience.
Yeah,
Um,
bunch of little horn dogs.
Yeah, a lot of little horn dogs. I didn't expect that one. Um, but I'm excited to read some of these. Let's start tame, let's start tame. Okay. Overshared. I am a 23-year-old woman struggling through college, still trying to finish her undergraduate. I took 2 years off and I'll be done soon, but in all honesty, I feel so behind. Plus, I wish I chose a different degree, but I'm too far along now. I'm madly in love with my boyfriend. He's my soulmate, and we've been together for 4 years now, but I have known each other since we were 15. I'm social, but quickly lose my social battery, so I go mute often at the function. First of all, can we just normalize going mute at the function?
Oh, 1000%. I always go nonverbal for a little bit. Yeah, there's just like nothing going on up there, and it's
No.
like, and that's okay. That's okay.
I feel an inherent pressure to be verbal at the beginning,
Oh yeah,
which is the worst for me because I hate it's like the weirdest, like when you walk into the function with your friends, you just got done at the pregame, you go inside the room, you go to the club, the rave, whatever it is. And so the music starts, filling your ears and you can't really like hear each other that well anymore. And so you're trying to find a spot, so you're trying to organize your group, and that is the I dread that phase of going out because it feels like I have to be like verbal and be like, well, we're here, guys, or some
how
shit
are you
like
guys
that.
feeling?
How's everyone feeling now? And
Facts.
I never know what to do. It's like, should we just like it's like that
Do
transition
you
into
guys want to dance
grooving.
right now,
Yeah,
or
it's
like,
like
what are you guys' vibes?
yeah, it's like let's dance.
Yeah,
It's like oh my god, bro. Like
that's so interesting.
so I dread that because I never know what exactly is the appropriate response because everybody just needs a moment to like start feeling
Yeah.
themselves, the music.
I also thought it was a little bit funny how it's like it was sort of just like three separate facts about her life.
Yes.
Like that's the first thing I thought. All loosely related, but it's just like three facts.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing that
Yeah.
with us because we also go nonverbal.
I love
And we also have a scarce social battery.
yeah, that was just at the end. Like I'm also like I go number.
I also found my soulmate.
Yes,
I'm
by
like,
the way.
okay, yeah.
Um, I like that. I like
Yeah.
that. I mean, Girly is not really happy with her career though, which shit.
Um, to that I would say you're 23. You still got time.
You got time.
Doesn't feel like it, but you have time.
You know what? At least you have your degree. It's like, okay, most people, I don't know. I don't know what technical thing. If you need a technical degree, then yeah, you just gotta go back into it. But if it's like a business degree, you can do a law with it, so
Yeah.
it's fine or whatever you got going on. But no, you can go mute. It's okay. I appreciate the honesty on going mute because I believe I need to go mute a little bit more often and just be okay with that.
Really?
Just like be okay with being mute and not feeling like I have to like,
Oh yeah. I always think that people look at me weirdly when I go mute.
yeah, they think I'm scared like they're gonna think like I'm not having fun.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, they
Pretty
think I'm
much.
having a bad time or like I want to go home. Okay, overshared with us. I'm female 18, and for the last year, I've lived at a friend's house that is chronically messy and not just a few things here and there. I'm talking every service is covered either in food or something else. This is important. My plan for after graduation, which now was last week, May 20th, I was going to move in with my mom. Before I graduated, she said that I wasn't welcome because of my attitude towards her and her husband. A few weeks after that, I had a full meltdown about how she's treated me. I slept on a couch for about 9 months in her home, which made me feel alienated from my family. I told her how bad I wanted to be a part of the family again and live in a clean house where I could feel love and have support for the next 2 years till I moved to Germany. I told her how I felt hurt that when she got married for the fifth time and didn't tell me or wait a year to be engaged like I asked her to, and when she was wanting to live with said husband and live away from other ex-husbands, I asked her to at least stay in our valley where I was attending high school. Instead, behind my back, she decided that moving 3 hours away from my dad, his family, and all my friends who I have known for 12 years of my life was best. So, summer of my junior year, I arranged to live with my friend. Part of the reason I had an attitude was because I felt and still feel like she doesn't listen, care, or like me. And after the meltdown, she didn't say anything. And I haven't gotten an apology and don't think I will. I love you guys. Just wanted to vent. Thank you. Listening to you guys since 8th grade
Woo!
has
Shit.
helped me feel heard. Oh my God.
Wow.
8th grade. That's
That's
crazy.
wild. That's a thank you. Shit.
Yeah, thank you. Um, fucking parents, dude.
Yeah. For the 5th time, 5 marriages. There has to be a common denominator after that.
True, true.
God, I would hate to be married 5 times. I would be so done after the second.
But I mean, I feel like in the moment that's probably how you feel until you quote unquote like find the one again, and then after that it's like, oh,
I don't know.
and you do that 5 times.
I don't know. I feel like the heart can only take so much, not gonna lie. Like I really do believe that the heart is like what do you mean you got married like 5 times? Like at that point, I feel like now you're just getting married out of habit. That's why
Oh
it's not
yeah,
even working
I
out
would
because you're
think
just
that
like
too.
whatever this
Like,
fucking
girl,
shit
let's
is.
just like be together for like 5 years and then maybe think about it.
Yeah. Yeah, you would think after like the second time you'd be like how
How can I improve?
yeah, like 5 years, even if okay, like what's the rate on this? Like every 3 years you get married?
It's a turnaround.
Every 5 years? Because every 5 years and 5 marriages, like that's a long time. So she's been at it for a while.
Wait, are you saying every year is a new marriage?
Yeah, it's either every year, every 2 years. So like what's the
Yeah.
like what's the timeline on that?
Yeah, can you imagine like being the 5th person that your person is marrying?
Bro, I
I'd be
wouldn't
like,
do
bro, you
it.
don't
I
care about
wouldn't do
me.
it. No.
Yeah.
That's also like I just would not do that. I'd be like,
Yeah. And also I wonder like does she have 5 wedding rings now? Like is she keeping the rings?
yeah, at some points like maybe it's a my strange addiction marriages.
Mm.
My strange addiction marriage.
But also that's such a hassle too because you have to change your credit cards, like your last
Oh,
name and all
fuck.
that.
Yeah, you're
Like,
getting like legally married.
yeah.
The logistics of this.
This is not the point of the
No,
story.
no. But
To go back to
it
what
was
you
capitalized for the
yes.
5th time.
Yeah, it was capitalized. Um Yeah, I think it's hardest when you never receive an apology, especially from the person that you want it from the most and you feel like you deserve it from. And it's even harder when it's your parent, let alone your mom, and you feel like that is what you deserve because it is. I think we've all been in these situations where your parent will eventually let you down. And in those cases, I feel you just sort of had to accept it. At some point, there's no reason to keep holding on for an apology. It'll do more damage expecting it and so deeply wanting it than just accepting the fact that you might not get it.
Yeah. I'm also just like the chronically messy part of things. God, that would infuriate me. Because it seemed like chronically dirty if there's food and stuff everywhere. Like, I don't know. I can't do that.
Yeah, 'cause
Uh,
that affects you mentally. It's
yes.
like being in a messy space.
This is when you start a GoFundMe. This is an appropriate time to become like one of those GoFundMe people on the Instagram stories, in my opinion.
Yeah, and also you're moving to Germany in 2 years, question mark?
Yeah, that's
I think,
nice.
yeah, once you move, it'll be a clean slate for you, and hopefully things will be much, much smoother. Sometimes you also just need space from your family, and then space helps the relationship, ironically enough. So I wish you the best on your move.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got out here. I, female 25, want to have my first threesome this year.
A
I I hear from lesbians and women, specifically lesbians, that it's harder to have a threesome when you're a woman
really? Why?
because apparently they all just these are not my words. They're more emotional than men. And so
These are not my words.
these are not yo, before you come in with
Okay.
these are not my words. They self-proclaim themselves as more emotional. And they were like, yeah, like men are just so horny, like they just all want to fuck, they don't give a fuck. But like with women, they start like catching feelings and like trying to date and they get jealous if you try to offer a threesome, so it's a whole complicated ass deal.
Oh, so this is specifically if you're in a relationship and you want a threesome, not
Oh
just
no,
like,
like
oh,
like single. Like everyone is single.
oh, and they're still like
Yeah, everyone's just I
attached.
guess
Oh,
possessive and like emotionally attached.
damn. Well, based on Gail's findings, good luck.
Yeah, good luck if you're a woman looking for a threesome.
Or what if it's like a guy and a girl?
Well, I
And
don't
then you
know.
do the girl.
I don't know. Was she the best? I think it's the art of the threesome. I think I don't know. I think the art of the threesome has to be played out over a couple months. It usually can be spontaneous. I feel like most threesomes work when you have one person that knows and is hooking up with this second person. So it's them two hooking up. And then one of them has to have like another person that they've been hooking up with on the side. So then one person is comfortable with two other people that don't know each other. And then at some point, that person that knows both of the people has to find a way to introduce them all to each other.
It's an ecosystem.
It's a delicate balance to keep the energy good, because
Gotcha.
you have to make sure the energy matches everyone. So then this person introduces the two people to each other, maybe at like a party, maybe just casually throws around like, oh my God, it's a challenger. So, and so they throw around the word, get a vibe for it. And then if they're feeling it, then you just come like, so how do you feel about like a
There's no other way to say this. How would you feel about
yeah,
this?
like that's crazy, huh?
Okay.
And then you bring it all together. So yeah, it takes one person to be the glue and take initiative. So if you want to do it, you have to plan strategically. It's an art. It's an art for sure. Or else you just risk a mess, I suppose.
How do you feel about threesomes when you're in a relationship? Would you partake?
I've talked about this before. I feel like, yeah, like if you're with your person for like 20, 30 years, it's like at some point, like, yeah, go fuck around with someone if that's what you both want. Like there's only so much life to live. And like if you get bored of just like you two, yeah, go. That's why the people say like, oh, how to spice things up in the bedroom, adding a third. Yeah, I think it could be fun if it's like a one-time thing. I don't know. I saw this TikTok talking about like open relationships and communicating and like the whole like, oh, what do you do if someone works from home and the other person has a full-time job? So the person that works from home can host and fuck people all the time, but the one that has a job can't host as often. So then you have to set boundaries and say, hey, babe, I think I need time for you to leave the house so I can host and have some fun myself too.
Gotcha.
And listening to that, like, no judgment, like, whatever, monogamy isn't the only right way. But listening to that made me so exhausted, I closed the app and swore to a life of monogamy.
I've had talks with myself about, open relationships, polyamory, monogamous, whatever the fuck. In theory, open relationships are great. Yeah, like don't tie yourself down. Sexuality is so fluid. Like you only live once. Like why tie yourself down to like just one person? In practice, I don't think I'm a soldier.
No.
I don't think I could do it.
No.
I don't think so. I really do applaud people that are able to do it successfully and in a healthy manner, though I haven't seen many stories of that. But yeah, in theory, I'm like I would love to participate in that.
I think I'm just not that horny to like need that. Because I'm like,
Really?
yes. Like I'm just like,
Oh, okay.
bro, like let me just be with one person and that's it. I don't need to be with 10 other people throughout my marriage, Like
Yeah.
if we want to do something together, sure, once in a fucking blue moon. But besides that, it's too much work. It's too much work.
Yeah.
I don't need it that fucking bad, bitch. Let me go get a peach at the grocery store and like calm down. But, have a threesome while you're single. Yeah, if you're in your 20s, like why not?
Oh yeah.
It takes effort. You have to really put yourself out there, be an extrovert, and do your little weave. You got to do the weave to make a threesome work.
Okay. Overshared with us. I, female 21, am a furry studier, a furry connoisseur. I appreciate the art and the process and the personas and the community, but I myself am not a furry. Yet I am enthusiastic about them and it makes me wonder if I am a furry. Though I feel like one of those straight girls who are super in gay culture and I think is a lesbian until she pops out with an ugly boyfriend. Except I just never pop out with a persona.
We've gotten to the point of past, like we are no longer questioning sexuality. We're now questioning, are we all secretly furries?
Yes.
Is persona a spectrum?
So furries, just to get this clear, furries deadass just dress up as animals and feel like they're an animal. Like act like it.
Well, I'm not a furry professional, but from my understanding, I believe that furries, you enter this character, this persona, if you will.
Gotcha.
And once you enter this persona, you are that. And it's kind of like this out of body euphoric experience for them. And so they walk around with this
For us.
persona for them. They walk around in this persona and they interact with the world, they interact with other furries, with people. Some of them, if some of them get sexual gratification from it. So they might, the furry suit stays on during sex.
Gotcha. The tail stays on.
Yes. So I think it's something like drag, I would assume. It's kind of like, yeah, let me go dress like a clown. Let me dress like
Okay.
a fur sona.
Yes, yes. I also think you can be enthusiastic about something, but not necessarily want to partake in it. I think those can exist at the same
You could
time.
just like fuck with it.
You can also just try it out, put on a little
Girl,
tail,
can we
walk
try
around your
it?
room.
I want to try it. We should try it. Like us.
Next episode, should we have like
Yeah, like for
raccoon ears or something?
like the big ass head.
Yes.
Can someone let us borrow their fursuit,
Um,
please?
yeah, we'll watch it. Um, yeah, if you feel like you're so enthusiastic and it makes you wonder if you are, I would just fuck around in my room, put on
Put
some
that shit
ears.
on. It's expensive too.
What the fuck?
Furries got money. That's why a lot of them are doctors.
What?
Furries got hella
Furries are
money.
doctors?
Because a lot of them are in high paying professions. Because being a furry is expensive. Those suits are thousands of dollars. That's why that shit looks so good. Well, anyways, guys. So our camera did die. My bad. So you're now just seeing our voices.
Seeing our voice.
Hearing our voices. Shit. How a podcast should have been. Yo, I forget how easy it is to do a podcast when there's no video.
That would be fab in a way.
It's like, bro, I could be like laying
Like hella slouchy, like
dude,
do not
honestly,
give a fuck.
genuinely bring back a fucking like what an actual podcast actually is. Like I could be walking, we could be on a walk. But anyways, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Yeah, our camera died, and so that's a bummer, but we appreciate all of you anyways.
And we appreciate the stories. Thank you guys for being open again. Loving the sex stories. Give us more.
There's some insane shit. You guys are
Yeah.
freaks.
It makes me feel like such a fucking loser, not gonna lie. I'm
Yeah,
like, what?
damn, like yo, I need to
Yeah, I need to step it up. You guys
For
are
real.
pushing me to step it up. I really
if anyone wants to let us borrow their fursuits, just let us know. We'll be there. But besides that, we got some cool events happening tomorrow. Yeah, basically by the time you hear this, tomorrow we're hosting a Twinks and Trinkets bartering party. So if you haven't bought your ticket to that, might be time to do it. Might be time to do it. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. But yeah, guys, thank you for listening. Follow us on Instagram at GrownKid. You know the whole deal. And we will see you next week. Bye.
Bye.